In this episode, we get a 1971 Coronet back on the road. Hiya! There we go. Hiya! Yeah. So let me explain to you what's going to cover in this episode. I was able to find a 1971 four-door Dodge Coronet for cheap. With a 383 big block car, AC, power steering, power brakes. It's missing some parts, and I thought, man, this should be easy. Cheap car, hell yeah, let's get it. So I went up, we bought it. Megan and I, bless her heart, she went along with it, and sure enough, here it is. And let me tell you this much right off the bat. It is junk. This thing does not deserve to be on the road. It is, all the glass is bad, windshield needs replacing, back glass is missing, there is no side glass at all. The interior is completely clapped out. There is nothing on the inside that's really worth saving. And now it's mine. And I don't know what to do with it. So, I'm gonna try to get this thing running and driving. Supposedly the guy said, again, oh man, I drove it last week. Never trust him. But I'm gonna see if I can do. It's a big block car, 383 car. I got some big block parts laying around as well. So let's see if we can get this thing actually going. Yeah, okay. All right, so like always, you want to start in the trunk. Kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. All right, interesting. All right, so what we got so far? Some door trim panels that are warped and probably not good anymore, but okay, so these are here. Trunks, whoa, sounds a little soft, but still there. Door handle, interior door handles, broken trim pieces for the inside, broken window felt, broken armrests, another actual armrest. Oh, two armrests. This one actually is completely shot. Okay, so the interior needs work, you know. Okay, hard. Okay, spark plug wires. Okay. All right, spark plug wires, I can deal with that. Some bolts, don't know what they go to. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Okay, some wheel bearings, but they're not in there, so they were replaced. So that's a start. More spark plug wires. Let's see here. Rotor cap. So I got a distributor cap, more wires, voltage regulator. So we'll see if it charges and if everything works. I got some old plugs in here. Yeah, sure, we'll keep those. Who knows if we need, used plugs. And I have no idea what that goes to. But it's a tool. All right. But other than that, everything else is solid back here. A little surface rust here and there. Maybe a little bit more than surface rust in places, but it'll buff out. So yeah, all right. That's a good start, I guess. It's factory hunter green, dark green. Sure. All right, let's see what the front looks like, and then eventually we'll dive into the inside. And I know why those panels are not good. Inside's pretty bad. Oh. Need a trunk lock. Alright, working our way to the front of the truck. Alright, taking a look at this. It's a 383. They obviously replaced the wires because all the old ones and about 2 extra sets are in the trunk. It's got a battery. The door buzzer works when we loaded it up, so I know it charges enough to at least do that. Let's see here. We have 15W40, you know, little heavy duty diesel oil, so that's probably not going to have any lifter tick at all. Let's see here. It's got the power steering. Does it work? Probably leaks. Fan shroud's busted. Let's take a look under the air cleaner here. It's got a relatively new air cleaner with a pretty sweet 2-barrel on her. Probably doesn't run very well. Let's see here. The heater core is still hooked up, so that's either leaking excessively in the glove box or it actually has heat, which is a change for me because neither the Charger or the D200 has that. Getting fancy. Alright, let's see. Actually got some horns on this thing. AC lines are missing off of from the condenser. Okay, so no AC, can't get too fancy. Let's see here. Still got the AC compressor though. Don't know what this is. Don't know what that is. That looks like it came off a refrigerator, and it looks like the line goes under, and it looks like they use like a refrigerator cooler to try to make a transmission cooler. Maybe it works, probably leaks, just like the transmission does. But underneath here, it's relatively complete, short of, you know, a lot of red wires turning to black wires, which go to things, and it should be good. We'll run it as is. Run it as is. Let's go inside. Last night, Joey at James Automotive and myself tried to fire this bad boy up, and it would start as long as I used a little jumper on the to get it to actually start on the starter relay, and you had to hold the key forward, and then it started working, and then we tried it again, and now there's a little smoke coming from the steering column, and it doesn't start. So I mean, as if the smoke, I guess, wasn't enough of a sign that there's a problem. It doesn't start now. So I'm assuming I probably burned up something. Maybe some of these here fine pine needles started on fire, I don't know. But now I'm gonna have to pull off the steering wheel and see what that ignition cylinder's doing here, because I don't know if you guys can see this, but it kind of I'm not turning the key, I'm just turning the whole column, or the whole ignition cylinder, so. Let's get in there and find out what it is. Tools by Shawn. It's a new, it's the fall piece? I think this is the fall collection.
Custom tooling.
It's the fall collection. It's pretty complex. Made a steering wheel puller, or a wheel puller technically. Maybe I use it back. Well, gee dang it. I'm telling you.
Actually worked as planned. Wow.
I would not. I thought that was going to work as easy as we thought it did.
I didn't think it worked the first try. I figured we'd have to modify something.
I mean, no. Tools by Shawn. 2022 collection coming out. All right.
Taking pre-orders now.
Let me just NASCAR this, because that's what this thing is. Throw that baby right up there. All right, now how the hell do I get all this out again? Now we're back to the beginning. I could review how I did the Charger's B-body, but I'm not gonna do that because that would be, oh wow. Don't worry about that electrical tape in there. It's supposed to be in there too.
I don't know why it looks like it's maybe a little exposed.
Yeah, that's the turn signal, but the turn signal cam. Which, that one's broke anyway. You know, a smart man would probably have a bag here. I'm just gonna put them down there where I don't lose them on the floor, you know?
It's a good place to remember where they're at.
Yeah. You know, saying that there was wires there. That's what I did. I could probably replace that part, but that means I gotta pull apart the column, and I really don't want to do that yet. Another one. Oh, I don't remember you.
Oh, snap ring?
Yep.
Would you like some snap ring pliers, sir?
I have some.
Pretty sure I have some snap ring.
Oh. No different than how it is on my 70B body. Right? You have bolts here in the center, should be 3, it's held on by a retaining nut, like so. There's another screw here, which you undo, which allows you to take off that lever. This then pulls up. It's only been like, I don't know, over a year since I've done this, so remembering as we go through. Now, with this part, right here, there is a snap ring. That snap ring has an O-ring over it, and then on the back side is a bearing. And you can't pull this part up to get to the ignition until you pull that snap ring off, and then the bearing and everything else comes with it. So Shawn's gonna go help me and grab a snap ring tool. So I can grab that, pull it up, and then this outer column here, which is loose as you can tell, should be able to pull up. And then I just should access this.
Should about a pig too, huh? We gotta make another puller for that.
There we go. Alright, figured it out. For the most part, so far. Outer sleeve comes off, and then in turn, there's a punch on the inside. Right in there, right where this is. You can see that there's a punch, so that's coming out.
She's moving.
So every time we're trying to start it, there's a ground wire in the steering column that gets hot, and then obviously there's smokes. So that's kind of a problem. This one just freely spins, so that's great. gonna be a pain in the ass to change out, because this piece being the piece that's bad, this wire will go all the way down the bottom of the column, kick out down here, so I'm gonna have to remove the whole bottom section of the column and the steering column brace in order to get that wiring out. But yeah, it's not supposed to like break apart like that. All right, so that kind of tells me where my problem is there. All right, let's see if she starts, huh? All right, so all I've done right now is pretty much just remove the necessity of the key. So off this, it should spin and the car should turn over because the battery's hooked up. Look at that, she runs. Alright, so a little backstory. The guy initially, when I bought it from, he said, oh man, I drove it last week. I always take that with a grain of salt because you can't ever prove that. But I think he did. It hasn't been hard to get this thing to spin over. The ignition obviously completely kaput. However, it fired up right away. It hasn't needed much work. But one thing it is doing, it is leaking ATF like constantly. So I know the 727 needs to be rebuilt, so I'm gonna have to get to that. Now, as of right now, I wanna just take it around the block. There's literally a gas station right over there. I'm just gonna take it over there and throw a little fuel in it. Maybe it has some bad fuel. It doesn't smell great. But beforehand, let's do the quick little check. So starting from the front here, I can tell the guy recently did plugs, or at least did spark plug wires and a distributor, because that all looks brand new. And got a relatively new battery, I think, I don't know. Doesn't have a date on it, but I mean, it looks good, so we'll go with that. All right, let's start checking some fluids here. Power steering fluid, completely empty. Weird, who'd have thought. Check this guy. Oh, she's got oil and sure, yeah, I mean, it's could use a changing for sure, but you know, it's in there, so that's a start. Well, the 727 has a lot of fluid in it. In fact, let me just kind of show you. Here's the full line where my fingernail is, and here's where fluid stops on it. So that's only like a little bit overfilled, but it's fine. I'm sure it's just, that's what it's doing down there. It's just weeping it out, you know? It's just gotta find the level it needs to be at. I can't see how this is gonna go wrong at all. You know, it all works. So the AC is missing some things, but that's really it. I mean, everything else is just close her down. All right, we're back in the car. Let's try this again. So confused. All right. Attempt number 2. Not really sure. Let me see if I can find another battery.
A screwdriver here or something? Jump that fucking solenoid. You want to jump it and see if it starts?
Hold on. It's in the on position.
Okay.
see if it starts back up now. Nope. It's at third cylinder.
We'll try it again, just to make sure.
Yep. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, it's on.
Yeah, it's that solenoid switch. Hell yeah, buddy.
Well, I was gonna drive down to the gas station, put gas in it.
Drive it.
Man, I just gotta jump it when I get there.
Well, yeah, I gotta go that way anyway. I gotta get coffee.
All right, we're good to go. Kind of works. I really hope I didn't run out of fuel right now. I really hope I didn't. But it's very possible. Alright. Let's see if we can jump her again. I think she's out of gas. Probably 60-gallon tank.
Yeah.
I'll probably put like 10 gallons in it, call it good.
Probably get us here to the shop twice.
Maybe 12. 12 gallons.
Still fire. Go for it. Crank it.
Went through and moved the fuel line from the pump. And when I pulled it off, nothing comes out. Which tells me that now I have a plug somewhere between here and the gas tank. So, yeah. What we're gonna do, waiting on an air compressor, what we're gonna do is hook an air compressor up to it, try to blow all the stuff. And then I'll have to figure out what I want to do about the gas tank itself. I'm guessing there's a lot of crud that's trying to work its way through that line. It plugged it up. I would have waited, put fuel in this and ran it back at the shop, but I've never claimed to be smart.
Go ahead. All right, I got it.
All right, just zipping down to O'Reilly's here. Temp gauge doesn't work. Gas gauge doesn't work. Speedometer works. Amp gauge works. Clock, you guessed it, doesn't work. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of like steering a bobsled is what I'd kind of figure it would be every time I even touch the brakes. Wipers work, except they're stuck halfway up, so that's always fun. Let's figure out if we can get to O'Reilly's without dying. If not, it's been fun. Man, there's a lot of stuff flying around in here though. Save the Slurpee. I mean, seriously, I got no rear mirror. I have no idea if anyone's in my blind spot here. But if they're smart, they're gonna just skedaddle right out of the way, because this thing is just, it is all over the road. I'm an idiot. Why am I driving this? All right. We're in park. We made it. let's kill this guy. Honestly, come on. Doesn't get any better. Let's go get some parts. All right, auto parts run complete, to include a little bourbon car freshener. Not that I like the smell of bourbon, but maybe if I get pulled over, they'll think I'm drunk, and then I'll get out of it rather than, you know, getting cited for like 9 different things for. Woo! That's potent.
Yeah? Is it top shelf or is it like the plastic bottle stuff?
Oh, you can smell it. Give that a good whiff.
That's like top shelf. Yeah, I'd say that's probably good.
Well, obviously, if you got a Dodge owner here, you gotta have the top
Oh yeah, you
shelf.
gotta have the good stuff.
You gotta, you know.
Suddenly it starts.
Man, I don't know. That's just weird. You know what it is? It's gotta be the wiring.
Think there's a loose wire or something? Yeah. Something's loose in there. Huh.
That's so weird. All right. All right, well, I'm coming back to shop. Come on. Woo. She wants to go, but she's not going to. Nope, not gonna make that. Not gonna try. All right. Died again. I'm sensing a pattern with this car.
Yeah, I think I'll follow you to the shop.
All right. So I'm saying, it's not on a. It just,
Yeah, it's that switch.
it's like it just rotates just the right way and it gives up.
Yeah.
This thing is sketchy, but it's got potential and it's driving. It's driving, so I'm good to go with that. We'll make that work. Man, dude. But hey, you know what? One more Dodge back on the road, sort of. Very, very loosely on the road. Very loosely. I mean, it's not like that. It's alright though. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I wish I had more than one mirror. It's really annoying. Alright, so for the charger, still working on wiring for the fans up front, getting close on that. Haven't really put a lot of wrench time into it yet. Honestly, probably another 1 or 2 nights down here, I'll probably have that running, and then what I can do is actually get it up on jack stands and let it actually go through an idle. I have 2 additional lines I gotta run, one from the PCV valve, because I got 2 vacuum leaks in the back of the Phytech right now. So once I can get everything kind of plugged up I need to, I can let it go through its learning process, and then what's gonna happen is it'll not like super smoke me out of the garage, and I mean still will, because there's no cats, there's no mufflers, but rearrange the shop as well. So as you notice, I got extra 383s up there now. So that one on the right, the larger one, came out of the truck. I got a spare 383 with the Coronet project now. So that one's just sitting up there. Don't know what I'm gonna use it for. I'd rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. That's not really a good attitude to have because this garage is filling up quick. Let's see here, and then going outside. Going outside here, I still got the Dodge truck. Super reliable, super leaks everywhere. Lets me know when I'm out of fluid, when it stops leaking, so I know I'm good, as long as it's still pissing something out. Other than that, still working on that project. And then I got the good old Coronet now. So the Coronet is going to eventually maybe make its way to autocross. I don't know, we'll see. But until then, I'm just gonna try to make it a little bit more reliable, find glass for it. That's the hardest part. That's my biggest concern right now, is finding glass for the, what I need is a windshield, but most importantly what I need is the two side glass and the rear glass. Rear glass, I was told, might be another model that works, but that side glass is only for Coronets, and it's not easy to find, we'll put it that way. I've been looking already for a couple days now and nothing. Not a clue. So if you know somebody that has like a parts car laying around that has that glass, I'll buy it from you. Alright, anyway, so other than that, we're gonna go back inside where it's not so dang warm now. But other than that, that's all we got right now for this episode. If you guys like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe. You know, send it to somebody if you think someone else will like it so I can keep the channel growing. And then other than that, yeah, you guys keep building.